YouTube channels like this one are making people tens of thousands of dollars a month. And the crazy thing is, they do this without ever showing their face. So in this video, I'll go over how people with zero YouTube experience are getting hundreds of millions of views posting simple faceless shorts on YouTube. I'll even reveal a new viral niche and show you exactly how to create your first video. Now, let's get into it. 99% of people fail before they even post their first video because they're making this one mistake, which is to pick a bad niche. So, I did the hard work for you and did some heavy research on what's working on shorts right now. And I actually found a faceless niche that's bringing in millions of views with some creators making thousands of dollars per video. And the crazy thing is that they cost $0 to create. Here's a short preview of the niche.
In 2016, a kid fell into this gorilla cage, and you're not gonna believe what happened next. 10 years ago, this gorilla named Harambe became the most famous animal in the world after a 3-year-old boy fell 15 feet into Harambe's zoo cage.
It's just simple stock footage videos with a voiceover talking about different animals, and they go viral literally all the time. And they take no more than 20 minutes to create, and I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. The first thing you gotta understand about the Shorts algorithm is that going viral has nothing to do with luck. YouTube simply finds the best and most engaging shorts on the platform and push them to more people. And once you understand what YouTube is actually looking for in a video, going viral becomes 10 times easier. YouTube always knows a good short when it sees it based on this one metric, and if your short has it, it's almost guaranteed to go viral. And that metric is retention, which means how long the viewer stays on your video. So if you want to blow up your shorts, you need to get the viewer to watch your video all the way until the end, or even better, re-watch it. However, there is another trick you need to implement into your videos to skyrocket retention, which I'll show you how to do later on in this video. But before we get into how to actually create a video, there's a few things you gotta know about. What most gurus won't tell you is that to actually monetize your shorts, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views in the last 90 days. However, when I spoke to my friend who's a top dog in the faceless YouTube space, he let me in on the secret sauce. It turns out all these guys are getting pre-monetized accounts. These accounts are already accepted in the partner program and earn revenue from their first upload. It's not anything mandatory, of course, but if you want to save yourself some time, it can be a good option. So feel free to check out the link in the description. Anyway, now that we have a niche, the first thing we gotta do is to pick a viral topic. If you ignore this step, you're almost guaranteed to fail, because an interesting topic is the base of all viral shorts. And without it, your video is doomed to fail. And the best way to find viral topics is by looking at what already works for other channels, since these topics have already been proven to go viral. Just by having this in mind when picking a topic, your videos are 10 times more likely to go viral rather than if you came up with the topic yourself. What I like to do is to find the biggest channels in the niche and look through their most viral videos and see what topics are getting the most views. I'd use this method 99% of the time. But today is the remaining 1% where I won't use it, because this time, I'm actually a step ahead of my competition. After spending way too many hours doom scrolling, I've seen that throwbacks to 2016 is a huge trend right now. And what animal was more viral in 2016 than Harambe? So I thought I'd capitalize on this trend and give Harambe a comeback. And the crazy thing is that videos about Harambe are up until this day getting millions and millions of views. Back then, literally the entire world was completely obsessed with this gorilla. News channels, YouTubers, and even the President of the United States were talking about Harambe. So we definitely have our viral topic. Now we just need to turn our idea into a video. And I actually researched all of the competitors and found the secret 4-step formula to recreate their videos. This is not just some random strategy. It's a calculated spell designed to make the algorithm push your videos to as many people as possible. Now, let's get to work. All viral scripts out there consist of these 3 very important pillars. To begin with, we have the hook, which is the first 1 to 3 seconds in the beginning of the video. The purpose of the hook is to tease the viewer what they will get out of watching the video while leaving them with a bunch of unanswered questions. Let me give you an example. See how those first few seconds left you with so many unanswered questions.
Is that really the world's largest pizza? And how the hell did he create a pizza that big?
This is exactly what we want. So for our video, I'll do something like this.
In 2016, a kid fell into this gorilla cage, and you're not gonna believe what happened next.
That hook will have the exact same effect. Now let's move on to the second pillar of a viral script. We already have the viewer hooked to our video. Now we gotta keep them engaged so they stay all the way until the end. And what better way is there than adding a story to our video? Adding some kind of story to your short will literally skyrocket retention, because all stories are formed in a way where the final piece of information is always revealed in the end. I'm no Harambe expert, and I definitely don't know the full story of why he got so famous. And looking it up myself would take too much time, so I'll just ask ChatGPT to give me the entire story. Now take the most entertaining and useful parts and turn it into a short script that's around 150 words long. For example, it says that Harambe got famous because a little child fell into his cage in the Cincinnati Zoo, so I'll let that be the beginning of our story. Now, continue doing this until you've included all the most useful parts. So practically the whole script is ready now, but there's one little thing that is missing, which is the secret retention hack I mentioned earlier. At the end of the script, we need to make sure the viewer engages with the video by either liking or commenting. And in most cases, all you gotta do is tell the viewer what you want them to do. Just don't make the classic boring mistake of writing something like,
Please press the like button if you enjoyed this video.
It's boring, annoying, and no one will actually do it. Instead, do it in a funny way that's related to the video. Something like,
Tag your homie in the comments who would win a wrestling match against Harambe.
that's literally so much better. But I think we can still take it to another level, because hearing only one voice through the entire video is boring. So we can make the script more interesting by adding multiple speakers into the video. The best way to do this is by finding clips of other people talking about your topic and adding them throughout the video. Remember the clip of the president talking about Harambe? I'm gonna use that in the video. Just make sure you add these clips in a place of the video where it actually makes sense. Anyways, it's time to move on to the second step of the blueprint, creating a voiceover. If you have a nice sexy voice, you can grab a microphone and do it yourself, but most of you probably want to stay anonymous and go with the second option, using AI. The one I use is called 11 Labs, and it's in my opinion the best text-to-speech tool out there. Once you've created an account, you want to go to the left and click on Voices. Here, you'll have thousands of ultra-realistic voices to choose from. Once you've found a voice you like, click on Add, and you'll be able to use it for your own script. Now go to the left, click on Text-to-Speech, and paste your script into this box. But before you hit Generate, add commas, capital letters, and exclamation marks to add different tones and emotions to your voice. Then generate it a couple of times till you get a result you like.
In 2016, a kid fell into this gorilla cage, and you're not gonna believe what happened next. 10 years ago, this gorilla named Harambe became the most famous animal in the world after a 3-year-old boy fell 15 feet into Harambe's zoo cage.
Now before we get into the actual editing, we need to find visuals that will be shown throughout the video. There are a couple of strategies you can use to find visuals, and there's one that's by far the best one, which is to find it on social media platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and X. What you want to do is search for the topic of your video, in this case, Harambe, and find clips you think match the content of your script. Just make sure that you actually have permission to use the clips, so you do everything according to the guidelines. Most people make the mistake of overcomplicating this step. Editing for shorts is not as important as you might think. You don't have to have perfect editing like I have on these tutorials, because the truth is, nobody really cares. So since we're not going to do anything crazy, you don't need any fancy editing software. Personally, I'll use Premiere Pro, but a tool like CapCut will also get the job done. Start by creating a new project and drag around the windows so the layout looks something like this. Now upload the voiceover from 11 Labs and drag it to the timeline. Select the razor tool and start cutting out the silent part by making 2 cuts like this and delete the clip in the middle. If you want an even higher pace, try overlapping the clips by only a few frames. This is called a J-cut, and it's a trick used by all the biggest creators in the world. When you've worked through the entire thing, make sure to listen if it sounds natural or not, and you should end up with something like this. Next, you want to import all the visuals and start adding them one by one to the timeline until you've covered the entire voiceover with visuals. Remember how I told you earlier to include another character? Add these clips in the middle of the video to keep the viewer engaged. Just make sure you don't have the same visual being shown on the screen for too long. I've actually studied some of the most viral videos in this niche, and none of them keep the same clip on the screen for more than 3 seconds. So once you've added enough clips, watch it through to make sure everything looks good. This next step is probably one of the most important ones, and you won't find a viral short without it, because something all viral videos have in common is captions. It literally takes no more than a minute to do, yet increases retention so much. But not only that, it's also a way to brand your channel and stand out from the competition. To add these, you want to generate some auto captions. It will then auto-transcribe the entire voiceover and create a caption track from it. But this plain boring style won't get us far, so we need to add some life to them. Try changing the font, size, and color to make them unique to your channel. Now the final touch is to add some music. If you feel like it, you can go with a trending sound. But instead, I like to find something truly customized to my video. Since I have absolutely no talent when it comes to music, I'll let AI do the job for me. Head over to this website called Suno and enter a prompt into this box box describing the song you want to create, and it'll generate a ready-to-go song for you. Then hit download and add it underneath the voiceover. Just don't make it too loud, since that can ruin the entire thing and overpower the voiceover. And that's really all the editing you gotta do. Now, we just have to export it. To do this, you wanna click on this button in the top right, set the resolution to 1080, the frame rate to 60 to get the best possible quality, and hit export. Now you have the entire blueprint channels like this are using to create viral shorts. But that's not even the hardest part, it's to actually stick to a consistent posting schedule. It will take some time for the algorithm to pick up your videos, so only because the first video doesn't blow up right away, doesn't mean it's not good. The algorithm will need some time to find the right audience for your videos. And if you don't want to take my word for it, take a look at this video of Mr. Beast saying the same thing.
You need to make hundreds of videos or 100 videos, I don't know, depends on the difficulty of your videos, improve something every time, and just like get to the point where they don't.
The difference between you and most people is that you already have the winning formula used by the most successful channels in the world. So chances are, it'll go much faster than 100 videos. Starting a YouTube channel about topics you're interested in is something that can truly change your life. For example, I'm a real nerd when it comes to AI and content creation, so I thought, why not start a channel sharing this knowledge I have with other people? And it turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. So if you have a skill you're better at than the average person, you're literally leaving money on the table by not having a YouTube channel sharing your knowledge with people who want to learn that skill. I see so many people who want to start their own educational YouTube channel, but have no idea where to start and end up not taking any action at all. So, if you want to learn from me one-on-one how to actually start your own educational YouTube channel, I just opened up the waitlist to my program, where I show you the exact strategy I used to make over 6 figures in the last year with educational YouTube channels. If you have a skill you want to start a channel around but don't know where to start, join the waitlist right now and I will personally help you start your own educational YouTube channel and monetize your skill set. There are only a few spots available, so make sure you join right now if you want to secure a spot. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.